Copper is everywhere. It's the unsung hero of the modern world, silently powering our lives in countless ways. From the smartphones in our pockets to the electric vehicles on our roads, copper is the vital link that makes it all possible. It's the backbone of our electrical grids, the circulatory system of our buildings, and an essential component in countless industrial processes. Yet, despite its ubiquity, copper often goes unnoticed, its importance overshadowed by flashier technological advancements. But this quiet workhorse is about to take center stage. As the world transitions to a cleaner, more electrified future, the demand for copper is set to skyrocket. Electric vehicles, solar panels, wind turbines, all these green technologies require significantly more copper than their conventional counterparts. This surge in demand, coupled with growing economic prosperity in developing nations, is putting unprecedented strain on global copper supplies. The implications of this copper craze are profound. Securing access to this critical metal will be paramount for nations and industries alike. The way we mine, process, and recycle copper will have far-reaching consequences for the environment and global geopolitics. The future, it seems, will be cast in copper, and understanding this metal's trajectory will be crucial for navigating the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century. Copper's versatility is truly remarkable. Its high conductivity makes it ideal for transmitting electricity, while its malleability allows it to be easily shaped into wires, pipes, and other components. Its resistance to corrosion ensures its longevity, making it a crucial material for infrastructure projects designed to last for generations. From the wiring in our homes to the motors in our appliances, copper is the invisible force that keeps our modern world running. Beyond its electrical applications, copper plays a vital role in construction, transportation, and manufacturing. It's used in plumbing systems, roofing materials, and even in the production of antimicrobial surfaces in hospitals. The global economy relies heavily on copper, with major industries like construction, automotive, and electronics all heavily dependent on a steady supply of this versatile metal. This dependence on copper is only set to intensify in the coming years. The rise of electric vehicles, for instance, is poised to be a major driver of copper demand. A typical electric car requires up to 4 times more copper than a conventional gasoline-powered car, mainly for its batteries, wiring, and electric motor. As governments worldwide push for the electrification of transportation to combat climate change, the pressure on copper supplies will continue to mount. The world's appetite for copper is insatiable. Global copper consumption has been steadily rising for decades, driven by economic growth, industrialization, and urbanization. Emerging economies, with their rapidly expanding populations and infrastructure development projects, are playing an increasingly significant role in this demand surge. China, in particular, has become a copper-hungry giant, accounting for over half of global copper consumption. This surge in demand is colliding with a supply side struggling to keep pace. While copper is a finite resource, new discoveries of economically viable deposits have been declining. Moreover, bringing new copper mines online is a time-consuming and capital-intensive process, often fraught with environmental and social challenges. The average lead time for a new copper mine, from discovery to production, can be as long as 10 to 15 years. This lag between rising demand and constrained supply has created a precarious situation, with the potential for significant price volatility and supply disruptions in the copper market. The implications of this supply-demand imbalance are far-reaching. For industries reliant on copper, securing access to this critical metal at stable prices is essential for their operations and profitability. Governments, too, are increasingly concerned about the security of their copper supplies, recognizing the metal's strategic importance for national security and economic competitiveness. This growing tension between supply and demand is reshaping the geopolitical landscape, as nations and corporations scramble to secure their share of this increasingly valuable resource. The widening gap between copper supply and demand has raised concerns about a potential supply crunch in the near future. Some analysts predict that the world could face a copper deficit of millions of tons by the end of this decade, with serious consequences for the global economy. This looming shortage has the potential to drive up copper prices, making it more expensive to manufacture everything from smartphones to electric vehicles. Several factors contribute to this looming supply crunch. As mentioned earlier, discovering and developing new copper mines is a complex and time-consuming endeavor. mining operations often face opposition from local communities concerned about the environmental impact, particularly in regions with sensitive ecosystems or water resources. Permitting processes can be lengthy and arduous, further delaying the development of new mines. Furthermore, the grade of copper ore being mined today is generally lower than in the past. This means that more ore needs to be processed to extract the same amount of copper, leading to higher energy consumption and increased environmental impact. Technological advancements in mining and processing techniques are helping to mitigate some of these challenges, but significant hurdles remain in meeting the world's growing copper needs sustainably and responsibly. In the intricate game of geopolitical chess, copper has emerged as a powerful pawn. The growing importance of copper has elevated it to a strategic asset in the global geopolitical arena. Countries with significant copper reserves such as Chile, Peru, and the Democratic Republic of Congo find themselves in a position of heightened geopolitical significance. These copper-rich nations are increasingly assertive in leveraging their resource wealth to secure favorable trade deals, attract foreign investment, and advance their national interests. Meanwhile, the competition for copper resources is also intensifying between major global powers. China, the world's largest consumer of copper, has been aggressively investing in copper mines and processing facilities around the world, securing long-term access to this critical metal. Other countries, including the United States, are seeking to bolster their domestic copper production and diversify their supply chains to reduce their reliance on geopolitical rivals. This geopolitical maneuvering around copper is creating new alliances and exacerbating existing tensions. The control over copper resources has the potential to shift the balance of power in certain regions, leading to increased competition, resource nationalism, and even conflict. As the world becomes increasingly reliant on copper, the geopolitical stakes associated with this metal will only continue to rise. The world is facing a paradox. To combat climate change and transition to a more sustainable future, we need to electrify our transportation systems, expand renewable energy infrastructure, and develop cleaner industrial processes. Yet, all these green technologies require vast amounts of copper, a metal whose extraction and processing can have significant environmental and social impacts. Mining, by its very nature, involves digging into the Earth's crust, which can lead to deforestation, habitat loss, and soil erosion. Copper mining often requires large amounts of water, putting strain on local water resources, particularly in arid regions. The disposal of mining waste, if not managed properly, can contaminate water sources and release harmful toxins into the environment. Addressing these environmental challenges is crucial for ensuring that the transition to a greener future does not come at the expense of the planet's health. Sustainable mining practices, such as reducing water consumption, minimizing waste generation, and rehabilitating mined areas, are essential for mitigating the environmental impact of copper production. Investing in technological innovations that allow us to extract and recycle copper more efficiently will also be key to meeting the world's growing copper needs in a way that minimizes our environmental footprint. The copper craze presents both challenges and opportunities. On the one hand, it underscores the need for responsible mining practices that minimize environmental damage, respect indigenous rights, and ensure the well-being of local communities. On the other hand, it highlights the immense potential of technological innovation to drive efficiency, reduce waste, and enable a more sustainable approach to copper production. One promising avenue is the development of new mining technologies that reduce the environmental footprint of copper extraction. For instance, bioleaching, a process that uses microorganisms to extract copper from ore, offers a potentially more sustainable alternative to traditional methods. Similarly, advances in robotics and automation are enabling mining companies to operate more efficiently, reducing energy consumption and waste generation. Equally important is the need to improve copper recycling rates. Recycling copper requires significantly less energy than mining and processing new copper, making it a crucial component of a circular economy approach to resource management. Investing in infrastructure for collecting, sorting, and processing copper scrap can significantly reduce the need for virgin copper mining, easing the pressure on natural resources and reducing the environmental impact of copper production. The copper craze is a global phenomenon with far-reaching implications for our planet's future. As we strive to build a more sustainable and equitable world, copper will play an increasingly vital role. It will be the metal that powers our homes, drives our vehicles, and connects us in countless ways. But to harness its full potential, we need to act decisively and collaboratively. Governments need to implement policies that encourage responsible mining practices, promote technological innovation, and incentivize copper recycling. Industry leaders must prioritize sustainability, investing in cleaner technologies, and engaging in meaningful dialogue with local communities. And as individuals, we can all play our part by making conscious consumption choices, supporting companies committed to ethical sourcing, and properly recycling our electronic devices. The future of copper is ultimately a reflection of our own choices and actions. By embracing innovation, prioritizing sustainability, and working together, we can ensure that this versatile metal continues to power progress while safeguarding the health of our planet for generations to come. For more insights into the fascinating world of economics, geopolitics, and finance, be sure to like this video and subscribe to Express Econ Geofinance Insights. Your journey towards understanding our complex world starts here.